Hello viewers, this is Sameer Mushtaq, internationally certified nutrition and health expert. This is my first video that I am recording in English. The core reason behind that is that the topic that I'm going to discuss right now is of prime importance, and to emphasis on its importance, I want my audience all over the world who understand English should know about this and make healthy choices for themselves. So viewers, the topic that we are going to discuss today is cholesterol. Cholesterol is basically a leading death factor all over the world. As per WHO and American Health Association, American Heart Association, there are almost 5 million deaths per year due to high cholesterol. And it is the highest rising trend all over the world. That is almost 8% of the overall death rate that is occurring around the globe. So viewers, to understand cholesterol, first we need to break some myths that circulate around us, that if we face any issues, if we are a high fat inducers, our diet contains a high level of fats. Either we consume junk food, either we have high fried items in our diet, or we use butters, peanut butters, oils, and other high fat foods, nuts, avocados in our diet. So we feel issues which are related to our liver and our heart. So whenever we face these issues, we get to hear a bad name named cholesterol, and it is always considered a bad thing. Doctors directly say, without giving you the accurate knowledge, that you need to reduce your cholesterol, and resultantly you cut all your fats from your diet, and you think that it's a good thing to cut all the fats from your diet and then you will be cholesterol free. But this is not the case actually. For your basic understanding, let me tell you that cholesterol is basically a good thing. It's a natural occurring thing that the creator has created to work in the best way for our body. So viewers, cholesterol is a wax-like substance. It is made in our liver, and each cell in our body needs cholesterol to work properly. Yes, due to this reason, and it is the key ingredient of our body to make new cells. Our body continuously degenerate old cells and it generates new cells. So this process requires cholesterol to work efficiently. And other than this, every function that our body cells do needs cholesterol to perform it in the best optimal way. So how can cholesterol be bad if our body itself is producing it? And how can cholesterol be bad if it's the key ingredient and it plays the most vital role in our cells development and cells functioning? So for that, we need to understand a bit more about cholesterol. So there are basically two types of cholesterol. One is the HDL. This is the high density lipoprotein. The other is LDL. It is a low density lipoprotein. As I've written here, LDL is a bad cholesterol and HDL are good cholesterol. Viewers, for your understanding, I forgot a point to mention earlier, that cholesterol comes from fats. So fats are the prime source of cholesterol. So fats should never be excluded from your diet, nor you should exceed its daily limit, but you shouldn't like eradicate it completely from your diet. So let's understand what's HDL and LDL. As I've written, bad cholesterol under LDL, that means that LDL is a bad cholesterol. It's a low density lipoprotein. What happens when we ingest fats, and fats are converted into low density lipoprotein? So this low density lipoprotein, as the word indicates, these are small particles that flows in our bloodstream. Cholesterol is, as I said, it's made in the liver and then it's ingested in our bloodstream. So all the processes that cholesterol performs for our body is happening in our bloodstream. So if our body's blood is high in low density lipoprotein, what will happen that the arteries in which the bloods flow it will start to get clogged and choked, as these are small particles and these reside and attach with the boundary of the arteries. And as the time passes, it gets thick and thick, and eventually our arteries are choked or clogged. In that case, our heart has to pump more. It has to work hard, much hard than the basic need, and eventually we face cardiac arrests, heart attacks, strokes, nerve damages, and etc., and all the issues that are related to high cholesterol. So this needs to be minimized from your diet. And how it can be done, I'll discuss that in upcoming videos. Then comes the HDL. HDL is our savior. HDL is the high density lipoprotein, and it's basically a good cholesterol. What HDL does is that HDL are high density big particles. When our food contains high density lipoprotein cholesterol and it is ingested in our blood, what happens is that HDL, when passes through the arteries, it carries the LDL with itself, and it's reprocessed to the liver, and liver then processes the LDL and converts it into two phases. The one is that our body consumes it in the form of energy or other bodily processes, or it is excreted from our body. So HDL is the savior here, and HDL is the prime reason of our functioning of our cells, as I've discussed earlier. So whenever you get your cholesterol tested, uh, do look for the qualitative analysis of that. So you should know that what is your total cholesterol, that is the TC, what is your LDL, that is the low density lipoprotein, what is your HDL, that is the high density lipoprotein. Once you know all the three figures, then you will be able to diagnose your issue, and then you will be able to make healthy choices for yourself. Because viewers, I'll say it again, excluding fats from your diet is not gonna solve your cholesterol problems. It will make it even worse, because fats that contains cholesterol plays a vital role in our body processes. A healthy human being who has an absolute six pack abs and have a good muscular figure also contains a body fat of around 10 to 12%. So if it's 10 to 12% and still you look good, you look ripped, and you look like shredded, so that means that it's a good thing to have fats. And science proves that all our organs and all our cells need fats to work properly. So break the myths that are circulating around you to add excessive fats in your body. That's also bad. And break the myths that circulates you saying that remove fats from your diet to become healthy.